Today we're talking about the Denver housing market and home prices with the February market update. Hey everybody, it's Alyson with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. So 2020 was an awe-inspiring year with real estate numbers. 2021 is off to a rocketing start, picking right up where last year left off. Here are the details. There were 3,000 closings in January. That's down 3% from the January of 2020. There were just 4,100 new listings in January in the Denver market, which was down 9% from January of last year. But home buyers are still out in force because the number of homes that went under contract last month increased by 4% over the year before. The average days on market has dropped 18 days since last year. Now, it was up 4 days from the month before, but when we're comparing year over year, an 18-day drop in the average days on market is huge. It really speaks to the speed of the market. The median days on market were also down by 19 days from last January to a median of 6. So half the homes are selling in under a week. We closed out January with 2,000 homes up for sale. That was 300 fewer than last month and where we closed out 2020. So inventory is so tight and demand is so high. So it will be no surprise that prices are up 18% over last year and that the list to sales price ratio is now over 100%. This really speaks to the bidding wars and the number of homes on which people are bidding well over list price. The average closed price for last month was $547,000, and the median closing price on homes last month was up to $455,000. These numbers aren't as shocking as some of the numbers I've given in previous market updates, but that does not diminish in any way the tightness of the market and the voraciousness of buyers. We are seeing bidding wars left and right. I often get the question, is inventory going to increase this year? Well, yes, it increases seasonally, and we're already seeing many more homes come on board each week as an opportunity for buyers. However, when we look at the big picture, there's an interesting piece of data I just saw. AAA of Colorado surveyed the people of our fine state, and they learned that 80% of those surveyed did not have plans to travel this year, did not reschedule canceled plans from last year, and don't want to travel this year. I found that surprising because I have traveled over the last several months and I have lots of buyers that come in and travel to tour homes and visit and get a lay of the land. But what that is telling us is if 8 out of 10 people surveyed, adults, aren't comfortable traveling, what are the odds they're going to be comfortable listing their home for sale and having people come in if they're concerned about COVID? So what that tells me is I do not expect to see a huge increase in inventory this year. With the tight inventory comes being able to write really aggressive offers if you are a buyer. And as a seller, you often have the choice of picking your price and your terms. Do you need a rent back? Is it gonna be free? Do you need full appraisal gap coverage? Do you want nothing requested on the home inspection unless they were to find something structural? We really see it gangbusters on the seller side and having to work very hard and strategically on the buyer side to get an offer accepted. For a lot of my buyers, new construction has been the go-to solution, particularly if they are not very liquid with lots of money to throw toward an appraisal gap. I think that's gonna stay the same. However, builders are feeling the intensity and the pressure of the market as buyers overflow out of the existing home search into new home searches. There are builders who've had to put a pause on writing any new contracts just because they sold so many so early, so fast. Another builder, Lennar, is one that I like for a lot of my buyers because of their all-in-one pricing. You don't get any surprises after you go under contract with them. But Lennar has gone from releasing lots every month for each community to releasing every week. Because if they released everything for the month, then within a few days it was gone and they'd have nothing to offer everyone else that came in for the remainder of the month. New home construction prices are continually and steadily increasing too, and I don't think that's going to change. One, we have the demand component working in favor of the builders, and two, they still have high lumber costs. Lumber prices have increased at a rate of 4x since just last April. My advice remains consistent from last month. For those of you who are looking to buy in the Denver market, start your research early. Not only should you be looking online at the portals like Zillow or Realtor.com, but you should connect with an agent in the market you plan to move to, someone you know, you like, you trust, you at least want to build a relationship with, and have them start a very specific customized home search for you. It will give you so much insight into the pace of the market, pricing. You'll just learn so much more that way. Also, understand what is a need and what is a want, and add as much flexibility to your wish list as you can. Because with such little inventory, if you have a time frame or a budget maximum, you're really gonna wanna get into the home as soon as possible. And narrowing things down too much could hamper you. By starting all of that research a little earlier than you may have had to last year or the year before, you're gonna be well prepared to jump right into the market and know what you want, where you want, and how to get it. And I have one more tool coming for you, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet and you wanna hear about how to buy with cash. Cash is king. Sellers love to have cash offers, but what if you don't have any cash? You can still buy with cash, and I'm gonna share about that in an upcoming video. If you have questions about Denver, about the market, about different communities you are exploring, it would be my honor to chat with you and see how I can serve. Feel free to reach me by phone, by text, by email, and I so look forward to talking with you. Hey, I'll see y'all next week.